pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line. Here we go, here we go. One check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rams had 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Back to football. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg, rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A jet sweep. Here's Atwell. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Peyton Hendershot with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total.
A touchdown! DK Metcalf, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Geno. In for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run for it with Akers. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mayfield on first down. Robinson's got it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit. Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And now here is another interception. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into it?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A give up the middle to Akers. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get it inside the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though,
he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll lock in with a grab over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On first down, it's Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On second down, it's Walker. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Let's go now.
On fourth down, Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you would have got fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Smith. And fights him off. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On second down, here's Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Smith on third and goal. Caught on the slant. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They snap it to Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Open man right side is Cup. Complete. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
24.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He'll buy some time right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A first down throw from Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawksians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
First and goal, Seattle.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake, Mayfield. It's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And now here is another interception. Tanner Muse with it. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. Okay, ready? At the 29-yard line.
Throwing now, Smith. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.